Welcome, everybody. My name is Dayna Barrett. I'm the Wellness Coordinator here at Utah State University. And today I just want to talk about some simple ways to convert your lifestyle. And when I say simple, I really mean simple. These are real easy things you can do to incorporate some extra physical activity. And hopefully, as you do more, you won't even have to think about it. You'll just do it automatically. So we'll start with the first one. A lot of times when we go to a store, a mall, a grocery store, we tend to drive around a lot to look for that close spot. Um, Try and make it a habit to park as far away as you can. That way we're getting more steps into the store or the mall, more steps out of the store or the mall or wherever you're at. Even if you think you're in a hurry, oftentimes we spend more time looking for a parking spot and we would already be in the store if we were to just get that spot and walk to the store. So if the parking lot is already full, maybe not necessarily a grocery store because you don't want to walk down the street with a full grocery cart full of groceries. But if you're going to the mall, going to a particular store, park even a block away from that store, and that'll get you some more exercise that way. So really try and find that furthest parking spot. And you don't have to find the furthest spot. You can work your way to that. Maybe park in the middle of the parking lot and then work your way out so that you can get some more exercise. And you would think that it's not going to make a big difference, but over time, if you do it every day, every other day, you're going to find that it makes a pretty big difference. So don't drive around looking for the closest spot. Just park far away and walk your way into the store. The second one is take the stairs. This guy on our slide, he's feeling pretty good about himself. He took the stairs because he didn't want to take the elevator. He wanted to get some more steps in. If there's one or two flights, always, always, always take the stairs. If there are several flights, I know a lot of buildings around our campus have a lot of floors, especially the business building. But if you have several flights that you need to go up, take the stairs one or two flights and then take the elevator the rest of the way. Or take the stairs up until you can't anymore. If your legs are tired, you're out of breath, then don't worry about it. Go to the elevator, take the rest of the way up. On the way down, however, because it's a little bit easier, try and go the full length all the way down. As you get better at this, you can increase the number of floors that you walk over time, but don't overwhelm yourself. Don't think you have to go up 8 flights of stairs right from the get-go. Just do 1 or 2 until you can't do any more, and then take the elevator. If you're at a parking structure, park at the top. On your way down will be easy, and then on your way up, same thing. Depending on how many flights of stairs you have to go up, do as many as you can, and then take the elevator the rest of the way if there is an elevator. If there is no elevator, just be cautious when you're parking. You want to be able to get back to your car. Um, so always take the stairs if you can. It'll benefit your legs and your heart a lot. The third one here is if it's possible for you, walk or bike to work. I know here in Logan, sometimes the air quality is not the greatest. So in those instances, it might not be great to walk or bike, but you can carpool, so you're not adding to the poor air quality. And if your workplace is relatively close by, I mean, why not? The only thing about this is it takes some planning. So make sure that you do leave in enough time so that you can still get to work on time. If you've got kids in daycare or school, sometimes you need to, work around that. If you don't have a bike carrier to take the kids with you, then yes, it does take some extra planning. It does take some extra time. You might have to get up a little bit earlier in the morning, but it'll benefit you, and you will get used to it over time. So, plan to leave earlier. If you have some errands to do, maybe don't do it that day. You don't want to be walking all around town or biking all around town if you've got some groceries to pick up at the end of the day. So that's my third suggestion. Um, if you take the subway or if you take a bus, skip your stop, the stop that you would regularly get off at, or the stop that you would regularly get on at. Go to one that's further down. So, um, if to get some more steps, don't get off at your regular stop. This again takes planning. So again, you're going to need some extra time to get to the location, to get to your location. So take that extra time and get off on the next stop or a stop earlier. And same way when you're headed home. Takes a little bit more time, but you'll enjoy the fresh air. When you go to the grocery store, maximize these benefits of the grocery store. If it's hot outside, if it's raining outside, you're going grocery shopping, do a couple of laps around the perimeter of the grocery store. With this, make sure you don't go down the aisles that are tempting to you. So the junk food aisles, we don't need, that's kind of counterproductive to what we're trying to do. So walk the perimeter is always good. You know, the produce section, the fruits and veggies, the fresh fruits and veggies, and then go up and down the aisles and spend some time in there and walk around. If you have a spending problem, avoid this one. You can get your walking elsewhere. We don't want to create any more problems. So do some laps, walk around the store. If you've got kids, bring your kids, put them in the cart. You can push them around. That'll give you some an extra boost. So maximize those benefits at the grocery store. When you're at work, take a short break, 5-10 minute break to walk around your building, to walk around outside. A lot of times we're sitting down for too long and our blood pools in our legs. So where does the blood need to be going? Up into our brain, right? So we're sitting down, our blood is pooling down here. Blood carries oxygen. We need that oxygen back up into our brain. What happens when we walk is the big muscles in our legs, they squeeze and contract. So every time we take a step, our muscles are squeezing and contracting, and that gets the blood flowing back up into our brain. You're sitting at work and you're at your computer and you're typing away. Have you ever felt that kind of foggy, you're looking at the computer screen, but nothing is actually going into your brain? You can't think anymore. You kind of have this glazed over look. That's when you know you need to take a break. Even if it's just 5 minutes. Get up, walk around, get that blood flowing back up into your brain. I know in particular, I'll go crazy if I'm sitting at my desk for more than an hour. That's just me. But about every hour, and I don't even think about it anymore. I just get up and go walk and go visit with somebody or go get some water, whatever it is. Just get up and get moving. If you've got a meeting with somebody, whether it's with a group or a one-on-one meeting, instead of sitting at an office desk to meet, and if you don't have a lot of notes and don't have to do a lot of note taking, take them on a walk, regardless of how long the meeting is. Just take them out, outside, around your building, up and down stairs if you're able to do that. If you have a phone meeting with somebody, you can take your cell phone, go for a walk, or if you've got a hands-free headset, take a walk. I've actually put my phone my office phone a few steps away from my desk so that every time it rings, I have to actually stand up to answer it. I can't reach for it. When we're sitting at our desks, think about your desk. Where is everything? It's all in hands reach, arms reach, right? We don't ever have to get up. So if you can make sure to put things strategically around your office to make yourself get up, that'll help. Um, so make sure you do this regularly. Um, a couple times in the morning if you need to, a couple times in the afternoon if you need to, walking meetings, and if you're on a phone call, walk while you're on that call. So those are some other suggestions that I have for you. Not only at work, but I mean, we are at home on the weekends, normally, right? If you've got a yard, do your yard work and don't hire somebody to do it. Um, I always get on my husband about this because he a lot of times just says, I'll just pay somebody to do it. But it's really great exercise to get out there and mow your lawn. Weeding, I was weeding the other day and I was sore the next day from getting up and down and bending over. And in turn, you save yourself some money. You don't have to pay anybody to do it. Especially when it's really nice outside, take advantage of the nice weather. Keep your yard trimmed, your garden weed free if you do have a garden and if you do have a yard. If you don't, find a neighbor, offer to do theirs for them. And you could also make it a family thing. Get your kids out there and have them help you. So it's not just you by yourself out there in your yard. So yard work, do it. It's fun, makes your yard look nice, and you'll save some money. While you're watching TV, this is America's pastime, isn't it? Unfortunately, um, I'm not saying cut out TV. I watch TV every once in a while, but instead of switching the channels when the commercial comes on, switching to some other channel to watch something else, keep it on the commercials, maybe mute it if you're annoyed by the commercials, and get up and move and do something. Walk around your house, go up and down some stairs, simple lunges or stretching exercises during these commercials. You don't have to just sit there and flip different stations when the commercials come on. Actually get up and move, do something. I've got a nice little sheet here that I can email out if you'd like. I thought this was kind of fun. So it says at the top, I'm sure we've all heard that sleeping burns more calories than sitting on the couch watching TV does. But that does not mean we can't watch TV ever. Time for the TV commercial workout. So it gives you a list of the TV commercials, as you can see, and then what you should do when those commercials come on. So for every car commercial, you jog in place until the commercial ends. Fashion or shopping commercial, you do 30 crunches. Food and restaurant, 30 jumping jacks. And you can change these and alter these to suit you and your needs. If you've got a bad shoulder, if you've got a bad back or hips or whatever the case may be, you can alter these however you want. This is just an example. The miscellaneous, take a water break, okay? But these are just kind of fun things, and again, you can get your family involved doing these. You could do them all together. It would be kind of fun, and then once your show came back on, you can sit down and relax and continue to enjoy your show. But again, a fun thing that you could easily incorporate. You could print this off, have it right by your TV so that you knew exactly what you were going to do during those commercial breaks. So I thought that was kind of fun, and I think with my 4-year-old, I think I'm going to start implementing this stuff. I think it would be fun for him to do. So if you would like that, or if you want to make up your own, but I can email this to you if you'd like. How often do you email a coworker that may be right down the hall from you? I actually find myself doing this quite a bit, and I always think, shoot, I should have just walked down there and talked to them. So instead of emailing a coworker um, or calling a coworker that may be in the same building as you, um, get up out of your chair and walk down to their office. It'll probably take you just as long as it would to type up a quick message. Um, and it does provide you a little bit of exercise. You can use these as your 5-10 minute walking breaks. And it recharges you. As I mentioned before, we need to get that blood flowing up into our brains. So getting up and walking to your coworker's office instead of calling them on the phone when they might be, 20 feet away. Get up and walk to them instead of the phone call or the email. Told you these are really simple. If you have the type of job where you talk on the phone a lot, see if you can invest in a hands-free headset. So this is probably not very comfortable. If you're on the phone, you're on your computer, you might have some neck issues, some back tightness. Um, Not only that, but you're stuck. You've got this cord stuck to your phone and you can't walk anywhere. So if you can invest in a heads or hands-free set, then you can get up, you can kind of pace in your office, depending on how big your office is. You can get a few steps in either way. And research has shown that your emotions actually, as you're walking, your emotions come out. So you might even have a better conversation while you're walking. As I mentioned before with what I did, move your phone to the other side of your office or a couple steps away. So if you have to make a phone call, you have to get up, make that phone call. Or if you have to answer the phone, again, you have to get up and you have to use those leg muscles. The muscles will squeeze, blood will come back up. And walking meetings, I mentioned this already. I know there are a few extension employees, I believe, that have implemented walking meetings. So good job, you guys. Keep it up. I think it's great. Get some fresh air if the weather is nice. And it just, when you get back to your office, you really do feel refreshed and ready to go again. You don't want to get in those ruts. If you feel like you're getting in a rut, get up and move. Okay, that's my suggestion to you. Choose active entertainment. A lot of times, we want to be entertained, but you can do things so that you're not just sitting and watching, but you're doing instead. So instead of going to a movie, yeah, movies are nice, but what are we doing in a movie theater? We're sitting and we're probably eating the not so good food, right? So instead of going to a movie, play tennis if you know how. If you don't know how, it's still fun. You can just hit the ball around. Go to the bowling lane. Go for a walk. Um, do something that is entertaining to you, but you're also being active. Um, Video games. Video games are huge right now. Um, but we don't do anything. When we sit there, we're exercising our thumbs, and that's it. So the Wii and the PlayStation Move and I forget what the Xbox one is called, but anyway, there's lots of different varieties out there now where just like in the picture, you're actually moving. And again, incorporate your family. Obesity is on the rise for kids these days, and it's sad. So we need to get our kids involved. We need to be good role models for them, and make sure that they're getting involved in these activities that we're doing. And if we can choose this active entertainment now while the kids are young, it'll stick through with them. And as they grow up, they'll just be wanting to do the same things, the same activities when they have families of their own. Instead of meeting friends for a cup of coffee, instead of going to the coffee shop or instead of going wherever it is that you go, take a nice walk. If you've got some pets, if you've got a dog, bring your dog along with you and just catch up on your life events over a nice walk instead of going to a coffee shop or a similar place, sitting down and chit-chatting that way. Okay, so nice walk. You're noticing that everything is simple, but you're moving. Okay, it doesn't have to be vigorous. Vacations. Vacations are fun, and we do. I hope you guys are getting out for some fun vacations this summer. But while you're planning your vacation, choose somewhere and something that you can do that's active. A lot of times, you want to go sightseeing. Sightseeing is great. Instead of doing it on a bus, walk. Walk around. If you're going to New York, walk around New York to see the sights. Explore a new city, but don't take a bus or a cab. Okay, walk. If you're a hiker, even if you're not a hiker, make yourself a hiker. We live in a gorgeous, gorgeous state. So take advantage of that. If you golf, my husband is an avid golfer. Don't do the cart. Again, you'll save some money, so that's nice. And you'll get lots of exercise, whether you do 9 or whether you do 18. Opt out of the cart. Get a push cart if you need to, if you've got a bad back. But walk the course. And then if you are at a hotel, make use of the pool and see if they have an exercise facility that you can use. Make sure you get their hours and get up in the morning, or just walk around the hotel. Whatever you can do, try to just make sure that you're still active. A lot of times we go on vacation, we're eating really good food, I'm on vacation, I don't have to worry about that till I get back. Well, then it becomes a little harder when you do get back to reality. So make sure that you're staying active while you're on vacation and choose to eat smart. But that'll be a completely different seminar. I'll leave that for a different time. But choose active vacations when you can. So these are my suggestions to you. Again, I did mention that they are very simple suggestions. And I don't want to, take what you can use. I don't want you to think, oh, these are way too simple. They're not going to do anything for me, because they will. You'll actually notice a difference. If you're not doing any of these, choose a few here and there that you can incorporate. You don't have to incorporate everything, but choose a few things here and there, because I want you to remember that every little bit is going to help and it's going to count. Some people are fixed on, well, I want to get more active, I don't know what to do, and they think, well, maybe I'll start running, or maybe I'll start lifting weights, or whatever it is that you are thinking about doing. But this is really, truly an easy way to start and to get going. And it may not sound like much, but if you're not doing anything, these 12 things here will help you significantly over the course of, a couple months. A lot of people, when they're trying to make a lifestyle change, they want to see results pretty quick. A lot of people are fixated on what the number on the scale says. Don't be fixated on that at all. That doesn't really mean a thing, because if you're taking 1 or 2 flights of stairs every day, you probably won't see a ton of weight loss, but I want you to think about what it's doing for your heart health. Okay, even those, just the 1 or 2 flights of stairs, and then when you feel good about those 2 flights of stairs, add on another, add on a third. I don't want you to be discouraged about what you're doing or what you're not doing. That's why we're keeping it as simple as these 12 things are. I want you to, really notice yourself making a difference in your life, and this is going to be the way to start. So if you do have any questions relating to any of this or something more specific, please reach out to me. I'm available for you guys. I'd love to chat with you. I would love to help you incorporate some of these ideas into your lifestyle. So email me, call me. My email is dayna.barrett@usu.edu. You can find it on our wellness website, which is just usu.edu/wellness, or give me a call. I'm in my office most of the time when I'm not up doing my little 10-minute breaks or 5-minute breaks. 797-435-797-8519. I would love to chat with you about how we can incorporate some of these things. But my challenge to you is going to be take, 1 to 5 of these ideas, or if you want to do all 12, do all 12. But I want you to really be conscious about what you're doing every day, to try and create a more active lifestyle. And when I say active, I don't mean going out and running 5K. I mean parking further away from the grocery store, taking some small mini breaks at work, doing your exercises during commercials. That's what I mean. I don't mean, running a marathon or a half marathon or a triathlon or whatever. I'm talking about these simple steps to better your fitness level, to better your health. So that's all I have for you today. Again, if you have questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to help you out. Thank you.